Welcome to class. Today we are doing cozy PJ yoga for the low back. So put on whatever's comfortable, grab a couple blankets and pillows, and either come to the floor on a mat, something that's cushy and soft. Um, Maybe you've got some carpet somewhere, you can put down a couple extra blankets. Or if you want to join me laying on a bed or on a couch, you can do that too. You want a nice little hot beverage to sip on afterwards, go for it. That's what I've got with me today. So we'll get started. Grab whatever you need, and we'll come all the way down, back flat down to whatever surface you're on. Have those blankets, pillows handy, and get cozy. We'll start with the feet, hip width apart. Knees can fall in towards each other. Arms can rest wherever it's comfortable. Maybe arms are by the sides. Maybe they're like goalposts. Maybe they reach overhead. Again, we're talking about comfortable. What feels relaxing for you right now? Eyes can close if you choose. And let's take a couple ha breaths. So breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the mouth. And make a nice, healthy sighing sound. Inhale again through the nose. Exhale, let it out. Good. One more just like that. Inhale. And exhale. Great. Give the head a little rock side to side. Make sure the neck is comfortable. And we'll pause and breathe here in this constructive rest. So start to just find the rhythm of your own breath. Bringing your attention to the length of your inhale and the length of your exhale. Where you feel the breath moving in the body. Maybe the belly or the chest or the back or someplace entirely different. As you stay with that rhythmic breath, maybe you can begin to soften the body a little. Shoulders might feel a little heavier. Maybe back or belly can relax a bit. Maybe it's the muscles in the face that soften, around the eyes or the jaw. If it feels restful and relaxing for you, we'll start to add a little to the breath. So inhale is going to stay the same. Just start to take your exhale a little bit longer. So all you're doing is extending your exhale, letting that breath out be a little bit longer than the breath in. Experiment with that for the next several rounds. 5 more rounds of your breath here. If the eyes are closed, begin to open them. Wiggle fingers and toes a little bit. And if the knees are still resting together, slowly begin to bring them apart a little bit. And we're going to add a gentle little rock side to side. Doesn't have to be a big movement. If you want to take it bigger, you can, dropping the knees down more towards the floor. As always, this is your practice, so do what feels good for you. Good. Couple more rocks side to side. Nice. Legs come back to center. Take that right knee, hug it in, circle the ankle, wiggle the toes. Give that knee a good squeeze. And then set that foot down, switch it out, left leg in. Again, another little squeeze, circle the ankle, wiggle the toes. Great. Feet can either be on the mat, and again, we'll rock the knees side to side, or if you want, bring the knees to the chest and rock. So this can feel nice. If low back feels a little more tight, it's kind of like self-massage for that low back. Great. Feet come back down to the mat. Okay, now you're going to take your pillow, blankets, whatever you have, and pull them up next to you. So the top is about hip level. So it's in line with your body. And you're going to take that top part, the one that's in line with the hip, and push it away from you. So now it's at an angle. From here, you're going to bring your knees into your chest and drop your lower legs onto that support. You can add more support if you want to add something between the legs, between the knees, if that feels better for the low back. Great. Whatever shape feels right. Arms again can rest wherever you want. We're going to settle in here. Always feel free to shift and move this support however you need to, however you want to. And we'll settle in for a few moments here. Good. Again, when you settle in that lower body, then bring your awareness to the upper body. See if the shoulders can soften a little bit more. Muscles in the face can relax. And again, maybe give that head a little rock side to side. And let it settle where it's most comfortable. When the body feels like it's in a position of rest, find your breath again. And maybe continue to experiment with those longer exhales. See if you can soften just a little bit more. resting and breathing. Slowly beginning to unwind, gently bringing legs back one at a time. Taking a pause here in the center for a breath or two. In your own time, taking your props and bringing them over to the other side. We'll do the same thing here. So lining up with the top by the hip, and then you're going to push that part away from you so it's at an angle. Again, knees come into the chest, lower legs roll over and drop onto that support. Maybe again, taking that blanket or pillow or towel in between the knees if that feels more supportive for you. Arms rest where you want. Let the lower body settle in first. And then bring that attention upwards, softening shoulders, giving the head a little rock, and relaxing the muscles in the face. Settling in here for the next few minutes, letting that breath be your anchor. So anytime you notice your mind wandering, which it will, just come back again and again to that rhythm of breath. Maybe softening a little bit more. Releasing tension and bringing in relaxation. About one more minute here. body. Bringing those legs back to center, one at a time. Again, take a pause here. A few breaths of observation. And for our final shape here, using your pillows, blankets, whatever you have. And we're going to bring them underneath knees or calves. So if you also want to put something underneath your head, you can. If you want to stack up more underneath the legs, having a little bit of elevation can really feel nice for the low back in this back down shape. So find what feels best for you. Maybe get a blanket and cozy yourself up. If you happen to have an eye pillow or something that you can gently rest over the eyes, that can feel really nice sometimes. But wherever you are, settle in. Find again that little head rock. Soften jaw and eyes. And we'll take 3 more of those ha breaths, and really on the exhale, feel like you could soften and fall into this support that's underneath you. So inhale, fill up the lungs as much as you like. And exhale, let it go. And release. 2 more just like that. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale out. And again, inhale in. And exhale out. Feel free to stay here as long as you'd like. But if you're ready to move, start to bend the knees. Scooting your support away, slowly rolling to one side and coming up to a seated position. On the inhale, hands can rise one more time. Exhale, hands in prayer. Thank you so much for joining me for this restorative yoga for the low back. If you'd like to get in more restorative yoga, please reach out. I have a workshop on November 15th, which will be available on demand afterwards. Please take care of yourself. Thank you for being here.